dismissed every accomplishment I've made. You've talked about my father. Well, you call me an entitled millennial, I call you a carny succubus, because the dirty secret about you, the dirty secret is you need this generation more than it needs you.
What up, y'all? It's KMB the Sexy Ninja in the piece. What up, y'all? It's KMB the Sexy Ninja in the place to be. A Paper Saber Universe, a New World podcast. Jumped the gun there, man. As I sit here typing my notes and making sure that everything looks great, and my computer just does not want to work. But we're talking about NXT Roadblock 2025 in New York, at the theater at Madison Square Garden. Vic, Booker, Corey Graves on commentary. Huge night. I felt like this was a pay-per-view, even though I'm watching it on the CW app. Like, this felt like a solid pay-per-view, but with commercials. You know, like, it had a big fight feel. Everything meant something. And this was a show on TV. That's what's insane to me, that this, you know, and I literally just got done watching Revolution before I turned on Roadblock, and I was going to have it on as like background noise just so I can have it on. But I was like, oh no, we're legitimately having a real show here. Okay, let's do this then. And it landed, and it just kept hitting on all types of levels. Well, come on, computer, stop doing that. Yeah, I was surprised. Like I said, I was really, really surprised with the product we got for an NXT TV show. It's like WWE is on such a high mark that I feel like Tony can learn from this. And we started off with the TNA Tag Team Championships on the line. The Hardys, huge pop versus Fraxium. Awesome team. Almost match of the night for me. Almost. But man, these two teams went at it. Hardys getting over with the crowd like they should. And I love Vic, Booker, and Corey all on commentary. Like, they just they mesh so together just so well, like gel. I rhymed there, as you can tell. Ooh, dropping that smell. I don't know. But the Hardys get the win. They retain those TNA Tag Team Champions. But man, this was a match, man. Fraxium is up there as one of the best teams, and they just got to have an awesome match with the Hardys. So hats off to Fraxium, man. Hats off to the Hardys for such a great match to open this show. Then we get Jada with Mickie James backstage, and Miss Parker. Mickie James giving a little bit of advice. We get the family backstage talking family business, and they can talk the business here in New York. Tony's like, hey, man, I understand what you're trying to do, Stacks, and everything. And Stacks like, we got a match next week. And Tony's like, where am I? He goes, let me handle it. He goes, fine. You're the underboss. You take care of it. I have your back, and I'll help sign off on this. So the family's trying to get it back together. Then we got Roxanne versus Jordan Grace. Awesome. This is a good match, too. Like, Roxanne Perez, she's just really impressive. And Jordan Grace is just impressive as well. Like, the women's division is insane here at NXT right now. And the main roster, too. And they got some great talents that are coming up. Like, I watched Evolve. There's some great talents there. We've been watching that LFG show. Like, there's some talents there, too. So the future's looking bright for the women's division. And Jordan Grace beats Roxanne Perez in an awesome match. Then we go backstage. Oba is going to face Moose for the NXT championship. But Taker greets him, gives him a little bit of a rub, and says, hey, go defend your yard. And Oba's like, damn straight. Then we get a trick package because he's going to face Eddie Thorpe in an NXT Underground match. Very excited about that. Then we get into our NXT Championship match. Oba Femi versus Moose. My God, this is my match of the night. Oh, it was so good. It was so damn good, and Oba is so over. And Oba, man, he just has that presence. And Moose is Moose. I've always been a big fan of Moose, man. But I've become more and more of a fan of Oba Femi because this guy, he has it, you know. And that crowd's all behind him. And I was telling my wife, I was like, watch his little walk-in, too. I love, you know, this little, the Oba walk. I love doing the Oba walk, you know. But, yeah. Awesome, stellar match right here. Oba Femi versus Moose. Oba retaining the NXT Championship. But the guy's a star, and I need a shirt immediately. The guy is a star. Now, who's next to face him? Because the next pay-per-view up is Stand and Deliver, which is April 19th before WrestleMania Night 1. Then we got Battleground May 25th. Life is good. Life is good. Zari and Soul on Instagram, connecting, bonding, being friends. Then we have Ava, Fatal Influence. Fallon wants to know when she gets her shot at the North American Championship again. Ricky Saints kind of gets in the way. Then they're like, yeah. And Ricky's like, everyone's so angry. And here comes Ethan. All ego. And I was like, oh. And he's like, yeah, you outsider. I'm like, wait a minute. You were the same way. You were the same way, my guy. But it was kind of cool seeing Ricky and Ethan kind of reconnecting, and with Sean Spears too last week with Ricky. That was pretty cool. Now we get into our New York Street Fight. My God, oh man, Ethan and Javon Evans beat the shit out of each other, and crazy finish. Javon getting the win. I love it, man. It was a really good way to end this feud between these two. But yeah, Ethan and Javon, they tore the house down. Chairs, tables, crazy spots from Javon Evans. That dude is bouncy. Oh yeah, so good stuff here. But after Javon gets the win, we get Bootleg Shield. I'm going to keep calling them that until they give him a name. They come out, they beat up Javon Evans. Who's going to stop this group, these four individuals? Who will stop them? We get a package for the Sean Spears family, now calling themselves the Culling. I thought it was the McCulkins. McCulkin. That would be awesome. McCulkin becomes their manager and whatnot. I know Sean Spears is the manager-esque role, but that would be great. Then we have Sarah with Eddie Thorpe. Eddie talking all that smack. And here comes Trick to shut him up. He's like, shut up. I'm ready for their fight next week. I love the NXT Underground. Think about it. Just taking a stupid concept like Raw Underground and then making it something special in NXT. That's still insane to me. Now the main event. Title for title. Champion versus champion. Julia versus Stephanie. I feel like they delivered. I wish they gotten a little bit longer. You know, the match was a little bit shorter than I wanted to, but short and sweet is fine. And Stephanie gets the win, holding both the North American Championship and holding the NXT Women's Championship. Great confetti, everything. But Stephanie and Julia are the MVPs here. I really enjoyed this match. I got to say, the moment with Stephanie, you know, and just before they even got the tie up, like Julia and Stephanie is my moment of the night, because I really enjoyed this match. So moment of the night goes to Julia and Stephanie, all of it, you know. And match of the night is Oba Femi versus Moose. So this was great, man. This was like a pay-per-view esque show here for NXT Roadblock 2025, New York, the theater at Madison Square Garden. What are you doing to me, computer? And we got Vic, Booker, and Graves on commentary. And that's it. That's all. Oh, I was like, what else is my notes? Elbow macaroni, milk a gallon. Oh, that's my shopping list. We're reading my shopping list here. 5 out of 5. That was awesome. Tell me what you thought of the show. Drop those comments below. Hit that like. Hit the subscribe. Share it with your grandma. Share it with your grandpa. Share the bum down at Walmart. I'm excited to see Ricky Saints take on Ridge Holland next week. So drop those comments below. And remember that the New World Podcast is for life, brother.
In history, sold out. Theater at Madison Square Garden. More history has been made.